Welcome to this week's GSC Digital Network Gridiron Report, presented by Florida's Space Coast. Florida's Space Coast is where rockets still soar into orbit. Learn more at visitspacecoast.com. Gulf South Conference football got into full swing in Week 3 as all 9 teams were in action, including 4 critical conference matchups. Let's look at this week's highlights. Nationally ranked Florida Tech's defense recorded its second straight conference shutout as the Panthers rolled to a 40-0 victory at Shorter in the GSC Game of the Week on ESPN3. Quarterback Mark Cato threw for 2 touchdowns and rushed for another as FIT remains undefeated. Traditional rivals North Alabama and Valdosta State clashed in the NCAA Division II Spotlight game on the American Sports Network, with the nationally ranked Lions using a dominant second quarter to spark a 44-19 victory. Jacob Tucker finished with 225 total yards, and E.J. Parnell had 2 sacks for UNA. VSU's Andrew Gray drilled 4 field goals for the Blazers. Third-ranked West Georgia rallied past Delta State 34-24 to pick up their 18th straight home victory. Will Gardner tossed 4 touchdowns, including a pair to Danico Carter, to spark the comeback. Chris Robinson scored his GSC leading 6th rushing TD for the Statesman. West Alabama used a dominating run game to sprint past Mississippi College 38-13. The Tigers rushed for nearly 300 yards, led by LaKendrick Thomas's 145 yards on the ground. Harry Satterwhite tossed a pair of touchdowns in his first start of the season, while Sharon Wright threw for 285 yards for the Choctaws. In non-conference action, West Florida rallied to tie Shawan in the second half before falling 35-28. Anas Hasek finished with 190 yards receiving, while Ishmael Morrow had 12 catches for the Argos. The GSC's Game of the Week, presented by Florida's Space Coast, returns in Week 4, with nationally ranked North Alabama heading to Livingston to face West Alabama. The Lions and Tigers have combined to win 5 of the last 7 GSC regular season titles. Watch live on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Central, this Saturday. Shorter heads to Delta State to kick off the day's action, while West Florida travels down I-10 for their first GSC game at Valdosta State. West Georgia looks for another region win versus Albany State. FIT has an opportunity to make a statement versus Division I Presbyterian, and Mississippi College hosts Cumberland. For more scores, recaps, and information on the GSC, visit gscsports.org. For everyone at the Gulf South Conference, thanks for tuning in to this edition of the GSC's Digital Network's Weekly Updates.